morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? It may be a little bit echoey. I am looking very Christmassy this morning. It's the 1st of December. It's my favourite time of year. And I am in Leeds. I am your roving reporter today for a very special Wise Up Wednesday on the show Wise Up, Rise Up show. How are you all? It's very noisy where I am right now. I'm just going to find somewhere quiet. So I do have a guest for you today. It's a very exciting day today. It is the launch of the incredible Nikki French's book. So we're going to be celebrating with her today and telling you a little bit more about it. However, as it stands, I'm now stood on the streets of Leeds. There are people around and I'm dressed like this. How are you? Christmas is starting. I'm going to go back inside just for a minute whilst I want to check in with you. The sound, apart from the squeaky door, is the sound okay? Can you hear me all right? Let me know in the comments. I hope you're enjoying my Christmas attire. It is the first day of the Whamageddon race today as well. If anyone isn't sure of the rules, here are the rules for anybody that wants to play. So the idea of the game is that you avoid the song. Sorry to those of you who really love it. You don't have to play. I'm not twisting anyone's arm. You have to avoid the song by Wham! Last Christmas. Okay, so if you hear it and you realise that, oh, this is what I'm listening to, and you start to dig it, you are out of the game. You are sent home to Whamhalla to languish for the rest of the Christmas preparation period in wait for the rest of your comrades to join you. So is anybody playing the Whamageddon game with us? We play it every year in the Hive. I lasted, I think, all the way till maybe the 20th, the 19th or the 20th. It was quite close last year. Could see the finish line. I didn't even do any Christmas gigs last year. I thought this is going to be easy. And then I got in the middle of the night at Asda's. Totally unavoidable. I'll lose within 5 minutes. Gemma's saying, I can't wait to see you. I'm on my way. I can't wait to see you too. Bloody hell, I thought I was tripping when I tuned in. So, because I have to avoid one of my favourite Christmas songs, I'm actually wearing, if I can't listen, then I'm going to wear it. My Wham! Christmas jumper is what I'm wearing today. Now, you might be asking, though, you might be thinking, Danny, where are you? Where are you? I'm actually with the incredible Chocolate PR as part of their pitch to the press day. So I'm going to be with some phenomenal members of the national press, with our friends and awesome sisters at Chocolate PR, Joe Swan, Jo Maloney. I'm going to attract it. I'm going to manifest the song being played. I hope they're not playing it on the venue playlist. Sounds quite rocky. I think we're going to be safe. But yeah, we are going to be spending the day together crafting pitches and actually pitching to the national press today. So it's very, very exciting. I can't wait to see the delegates and welcome the delegates here. I'm going to be speaking and helping people get motivated and ready to deliver their pitches. Really, really exciting to be a part of today with the phenomenal Joe Swan and Jo Maloney at Chocolate PR. We've got lots of lovely surprises planned for everyone. It's going to be a really fab day. But also, it's also Be Heard Day today. So all of my Be Hearders, I will be with you at 8 p.m. this evening for what is week 5 already of Be Heard, which is just insane. insane. There's loads of things happening at IATQB HQ. We'll tell you more about that on Friday, because today we are celebrating one of our very own. We're celebrating a dear friend of the Hives and a dear friend of mine, the gorgeous Nikki French. She is launching her book today, and I brought her onto the show to come and speak to you guys about it. Please welcome to the show, Nikki French, everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, look at your excited face.
How are you? You've not been well.
I can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Oh no, Nikki.
Oh, I was definitely working on StreamYard an hour ago.
It's very quiet. Wait a sec. It might be my settings.
Ooh.
It might be my settings. All is not lost. Talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Let
Turn
me
the
get
sound
to where is it? Sound.
Hello.
Where are we at?
I'm sure my sound is good.
Notifications. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get the
You
right
can hear me. Whoop.
the right volume. Volume media. Let's try this. I reckon everybody can hear you, and it's just me. Let's try this. Are you there?
Yeah, everyone can hear me.
Yes! Oh, I was having a little panic then. It was my fault. It was on my settings. It's because I was watching late last night. I was doing some research for something that I'm doing, and Wallace was asleep snoring next to me, and I had to turn the volume all the way down so I didn't wake him up and he wasn't going to piss and moan. But enough of that. Nikki, it's book launch day. How are you feeling?
Do you know, this calm descended over me yesterday, because I'm not kind of like, oh, hey everybody.
No.
Normally I'm like, oh, but I was really calm, and it wasn't. And I had a reasonable night's sleep, and I'm just buzzing. My phone's gone. It's just blown up. So it's more just, I don't know, calm but really excited at the same time. I can't explain it. The whole book writing process has been amazing. I've loved every second of it. It's been amazing. I think it's the most fun thing, the best thing I think I've ever done, and I've done some really good stuff.
I love it. So tell us about I think you're calm yesterday because you get to the point where you've done everything you can do. You can't do anything else, can you? You're at that point and you're like, well, I've written it now, and it's ready. People can press the go button as soon as you say so. And it's it's like Joe Wilson was just saying, the calm before the storm, and the amazing phenomenon whirlwind of amazingness. So Nikki, tell us about your book. There it is.
I posted you a copy, but you're not home.
No, I know. And Wallace says, this is a package for you from Nikki, and I'm like, right.
That's what it is.
I was hoping to get hold of it in time. Tell us about it. I don't want to talk about it. I want you to talk about it.
So it's called Stop Walking Your Dog, and it came about. It was late May, and I knew I wanted to write a book on dog training, but there is so many books on dog training. I just didn't want it. It needed to have something, to be something specific, and there were so many of my clients that I was working with that were really struggling if they've got dogs that are nervous or they're reactive, or even if they're just really overexcitable. There's so many reasons why putting them in a situation that they struggle with is the worst thing you can do. Once a dog is too nervous or overexcited, they can't listen, they can't learn. So it was something that I was working through with loads of my clients to say, you need to either walk your dog less or actually you need to stop walking your dog. And it was those conversations, and the title just hit me. And then there's so many people that think, it's common. You think, I get a dog.
It's the done thing, isn't it? It's the done thing. I remember
it would be mean not to do it, or it wouldn't be fair to them. Or, if you've got a dog that's struggling, people will say you need to exercise them more, get them worn out. And it's actually the opposite is true. So I really want to challenge that misconception and give people options as to what they can do instead. So
and this is really interesting. This is one of the things that I've learned from you is actually to stop walking the dogs, because for me, I've got two staffies, Roxy and Jazz, and I love them dearly, even though they're a pain in the backside. But taking them for a walk is really stressful for everybody involved. So for them, Jazz is a really anxious dog, and because we've had Roxy from when she was very small, is reactive to that anxiety. And so when we go out and we see other dogs or a white feather on the ground or or it could be the strangest of triggers, but actually it just makes the whole situation really, really stressful. Taking one and without the other stresses the other one out. So there was just no way around it. And I remember my mum going, you shouldn't have dogs because you don't take them for walks. And it was only really when I had those conversations with you that I realised that we were still entertaining them. They were still learning. They were still exercising. It just wasn't in the done way, I think. And I think that's why it's really important that you're sharing this message.
It's that social pressure, and I've heard it time and time so often recently of people saying it was such a relief when you said to me, don't walk your dog, because
it's like
the individual stress, let alone there's obviously the stress on the dog. If the dog isn't having a good time, it's not beneficial to them, but the personal stress on us, I know people that they dread taking their dog out, and that's not good for dog or human being. And just take it, but people would be guilted into, well, you've got to take your dog out, but there is so much you can do instead. So, and
then just inflicting anxiety on everybody for the whole of the duration, and then nobody's enjoying being together, which is what having a pet and being a guardian of an animal is all about. It's about loving and enjoying and all of that sort of stuff, and living around each other. It's kind of, I guess, like having kids. It's like trying to get a kid to do something that they don't particularly enjoy, and then no one's having a good time. So you talk about the book writing process. How was that?
Oh, it's been, I love writing anyway. And obviously we did the collaboration book with you and Nikki, and working with Authors and Co, just doing a chapter in a book and understanding the process just made me go, it's not easy, but it's absolutely doable. Every single person can write a book. And it's, it was just sort of taking the confidence that I got from that and thinking, well, it's kind of that times 10. Yeah. And you just do it on your own rather than so it's slightly more scary doing it on your own, especially around the launch. You're one person rather than, we were a whole team of people going, whoa, it's launch day.
Right.
Me.
But because of the work that you do, and because you've got so much, you are so well respected in your field. I can feel this wave of love happening for you around the launch of this book, and I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that it's going to do so well. And I want to thank you for coming on to the show today to come and tell people about it, because I couldn't be more proud. Like I've had the pleasure of working with you now for about 2 years on and off, right?
Yeah.
And to see where you started in terms of your message. You were always doing this work. This was always work that you were passionate about. You were making waves, but now you're really making waves. And it's just phenomenal to see. How do you feel things have changed in the last couple of years for you? And in terms of really standing in front of not walking your dog, not walking your dog. But being kind of a little bit controversial like that, how does that feel now compared to maybe how it would have done a couple of years ago?
Well, I just never would have done it. A year ago, I'd have struggled with it. Even just hitting live on Facebook for me was like, what am I going to say? Quick, write some notes, be prepared. Whereas now it's just live, witter, share my cup of tea. I don't, just this more. I think that's why I was so calm about this morning. If I go back to the start of this year, I was doing the Pup Fest and things like that. That was like, breathe. Yeah. So it's like the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. But it's been, I'm a completely different person to where I was 2 years ago. And just to have the belief of going, actually, I'm prepared to put something out there that's going to, when some people have heard the title of the book, they've gone, what? Why would you stop walking your dog? What?
I just think it's genius.
I want some debate. I want some debate behind it. And of course, I'm not saying sit on your sofa and watch Netflix and never take your dog out again. But
just sit with your snuggle pups. They don't need anything. It's fine. That's not what you're saying.
Yeah, but it feels fun now, and I have so much passion to get it out there, and now I have more belief that I'm able to put myself out there as the face of it and make it happen. Whereas before, I'd quite happily do stuff in the background. But then I just want people to kind of have it. I didn't want to come on here and go, hi, this is me. Hey, here's my book. That's just not me.
So what have you got going on today? How are you celebrating book launch day? What are you getting up to?
Yeah, so we've had some competitions running. We've had like a little secret pop-up group. We've had people nominating their favourite registered dog charities. They've been voting in the big group. So they've got charity donations. There's a prize draw for people downloading the Kindle book. The Kindle book is available for 99p today. So if people download the book, or they buy the paperback, or they just share, every single one of those is going into a prize draw. And there's loads of prizes of some really cool supplements for dogs that I really rate, training DVDs, lick mats, things like that. So there's all that kind of fun going on.
So who would you say this book is for specifically? Is it for seasoned dog owners? Is it for people that are new to people who are thinking about getting a dog? Like, who is this for?
Because it is around what to do instead of walking your dog, it actually fits a lot of different types of dogs and owners. So I specifically have sections on puppies. Puppies are not born. They don't come out of the box knowing how to walk. They're desperate to get a lead on them and take them for a walk, but you need to give them the skills they need first. So it's puppies. Dogs that are nervous or reactive was the start of this book, because you know I was working with clients that were just, their dogs were terrified. They would literally hear a traffic in the distance and they couldn't walk. Even overexcitable dogs. My own dog, massively overexcitable. If he goes out on too many walks, he gets worse and worse. But even people that have got physical restrictions, I've worked with people that have been poorly themselves. I had a broken foot myself, so I had experiences of not being able to go out. A pandemic meant we could only take our dogs out once a day, and we couldn't go far. So there's lots of different struggles that people will be facing with their dogs. But whether you're if you're thinking about getting a dog, there is loads of tips in there. There's a whole chapter just on my favorite dog training tips that will help every single dog owner. If you know a bit about dog training, hopefully it'll give you a slightly different slant on things. If you haven't considered some people I know training games, and they do certain things with their dogs, but they do them when they're on the walk. And when I've had conversations with them, they've been like, oh, wow, I haven't thought about playing that game, but doing that in the living room. And what a great thing to do to get the family involved, or to do it when it's tipping down outside. And, so it's got lots of different applications for people that want to do something else other than go out at their front door. But also if you do, I'm not saying don't walk your dog. And if your dog's happy on walks, brilliant, but it's still going to give you loads of things that's going to boost the relationship that you have with them when you're out and about as well. And also there's videos. I keep forgetting there's videos. So there's, and I think that's just, I was just saying there's the book.
There's videos as well.
Well, because I describe a number of how to play the games in the book, but it's quite a visual thing. So I give lots of troubleshooting, but it's quite a visual thing. So hidden in the book, there's a website that you can go and see all the training games. So you kind of get both. I'm not selling the videos, that just comes in the book, but you have to read, you have to get to that bit of the book in order to find them.
You have to get it. We're not just giving that away. You've got to go and get the book, right?
Yeah, but they have to read the book.
Yeah, absolutely. You not just get the book, you've got to read the book to find it, because we're not just giving that information to you. You've got to make sure, because the thing is, looking at these things without context is like anything. You'll only do half a job without the understanding. I just think it's absolutely fantastic what it is that you do. I'm a huge fan of the things that you advocate as part of Pup Talk and Pup Talk 101 and everything that you do. Nikki, congratulations on completing the book. That's the first one, and to celebrate that anyway. But congratulations on the pending #1 bestseller that's in the post. I know you've written the checks, you've done the work, everybody is behind you. From me and everybody in the IATKB community, we love you. And I cannot wait to get the little text in a little while to say that you've smashed that bestseller. And will you promise to let us know when that happens?
We'll see. Absolutely. Well, if it happens, yeah, you'll know.
When it happens. We're so proud of you. Nikki, thank you for joining us this morning. I'm sending you all the love in the world. And I will speak to you later on to celebrate your bestseller.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you, Danny. Love you.
You're welcome. I love you too. That was Nikki French, everybody, on this week's very short Wise Up Wednesday. But I am going to be heading downstairs. In fact, do you want to come with me? Come downstairs. I am with pop my glasses back on. I am with the phenomenal Chocolate PR. Make sure you go and get Nikki French's book. You can go get it from Amazon right now. It's called Stop Walking Your Dog. Go and get that. I'm just coming downstairs now. We are with Joe Swan, the phenomenal Joe Swan from Chocolate PR. Come and say hi.
You're live to the world.
Yes,
Hello,
I'm live
good
to the
morning.
world. We are on the show this morning. We are in the wardrobe in Leeds. Can I show them inside? Look, let's have a look. I don't know if I can turn my camera around. Can I turn my camera around? No, I can't. So we're going to do it on a selfie. Right. Let me take you around. I'm going to turn you around. So we could. No, we have to go up here. Hang on. Don't let challenge Annika. Oh, it's not a normal show. So if I turn you around. So you kind of come in here and there's all sorts of fantastic posters. It says the club there. Come down into the club. There's fantastic balloons going on. We've got the famous Chocolate PR. They sang Rose in the bar. More balloons. This is my bag of Christmas tricks. I didn't know which one I was going to wear for you this morning. There will be a different one every show. We've got the stage area. We've got the red carpet. And this here is where everybody is going to be doing their work, working on their pitches, and then pitching to members of the national press. These are the incredible things that you can get amongst when you do work with the incredible Joe Swan and Joe Maloney at Chocolate PR. We're going to have a belter of a day. I will help share what it is that we're doing by giving you a little sneaky peek behind the scenes in my stories. In the meantime, thank you for joining us on the show, Wise Up Show this morning. I'm back on Friday with a little bit more. And well, we didn't set some intentions, so I was poorly on Monday, wasn't I? So on Friday, I'm just going to check in with you, see how you're all doing. Let me know in the comments what your intentions were on Monday. Let me catch up. I don't know my ass from my elbow. I've been that poorly. But yeah, thanks for watching the show this morning. I love you. Congratulations to Nikki French. Go and buy a book. Stop what you're doing. Go over to Amazon. Go and buy a book right now. Stop Walking Your Dog over on the Amazon. I love you. Bye.